Do you know that scene in Zoolander when Will Ferrell's character is like, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills? Well, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills every time I see one of these episodes. Because they're on episode 9, and they still don't care about anything but what Blue and Shin are up to with their romance. People are dying, but whatever. Even the show forgot it had a villain. Well, that's not entirely true, because Strom does technically show up in this episode. He's only there for like 2 seconds just to say like, oh, I'm still bad, I'm still alive, and then that's it. He's gone. Let's go back to Shin and Blue's thing. And this episode, instead of confessing their love, Shin needs her parents' approval. I guess, cool. So like, she stops them right in the middle of the night or the morning, whenever it is, and she's like, hey, we have to get my parents' blessing. And he's like, okay, cool. And they go to get his parents' blessing. Obviously, they're into it, but they're like very surprised, as if he wasn't the only thing she's been talking about since her character was introduced. Like, Shin is the epicenter of her existence, and that's just who her character is, but her parents act like that they don't know that. Also, they say that she's like their third daughter, and where are the other two then? She has older sisters? Cool. Did they not care that she got engaged? Did the creators not want to create other character designs? That's probably it, honestly, because they definitely weren't at the engagement party later in the episode. And that's the episode. That's it. I just explained all of it in under a minute because nothing else really happens. Their training is being continued, I guess. They're getting more powerful. Shin flexes on everyone. He's like, whoa, they're getting more powerful. Oh, then I gotta show them who's boss again. And then he decides to just fly. Cool. He says it's like anti-gravity magic, which is fine. And I guess he's gonna propel himself with his jet boots. But besides that, yeah, that's the extent of the episode. Nothing else really to go into. I will say this about the episode, though. They actually give the characters new suits and a way better design for the uniforms they're wearing. It seems like they're gonna only wear it in special occasions because they're like combat equipment. But I don't know why they don't just wear that all the time. Like, it's enchanted. It seems like it's gonna be comfortable because, you know, it's obviously meant for fighting and moving around in. That, and it's much more fantasy centric than whatever school uniforms they're wearing every other episode. I just don't like the design of their school uniforms because I feel like this show very often forgets it's supposed to be in a fantasy world. But no, they wear those cool suits, they get the cool new designs, but and then they just like they take them off in the next episode. And the next episode they take them off in the next scene after they're done just mowing down a bunch of demons. Okay, cool. And the demons are just a joke too now. Like, they fight a lion and like a tiger and a bunch of other powerful demons, and they just lay waste to them in one hit kills and a bunch of one attack combos that they're basically the one punch men of the fantasy world. And I just don't like that. Why would I want threat in my animes, right? Why would I want an actual dangerous enemy type in a show? No, forget that, Kevin. We care about Shin and Blue's relationship and how they haven't told their parents that he's not actually related to the wise man. And then they tell her parents that, and they're like, we don't care. And I know they don't care, because I don't care. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Like I said, nothing of consequence is happening, and they get engaged, obviously, because their parents are like, oh, we can't have her dating. She's royalty or nobility. She has to actually be engaged. And Shin's like, all right, cool, I'll engage. But you're like 16 and from Earth, Shin. Not only do you know that like arranged marriages aren't great. Okay, they're not arranged, but they're marrying very young and you've known her for like 3 months. You're ready to commit your life. And then they have this engagement party. They fawn over each other. And then no one at the party even hints that, yeah, maybe they might be going too fast. Maybe it's not a good idea to be engaged at 16. I don't care if you're nobility. It doesn't work out often, and Shin should know that. He's like 50. He is a wise man. whatever. And one thing I did legitimately laugh at in this episode is that Og is being Og again and treating his fiance and little sister like garbage because they're like, hey, why can't we go with you guys to training? And he says something to the effect of like, because you guys cramp my style. He didn't say that, obviously, I'm paraphrasing, but that's what I heard, and it was pretty funny to me. Shin gives her like this cup phone thing to entertain herself while they're gone. Alright, whatever. And then that's the episode. Nothing else really happens. Nothing else really worth going into because there's nothing to go into. The show's as shallow as like rhueberry pie. I don't know what rhueberry pie is. That just came to mind, but I'm going to say that is because I didn't put thought into that thought and the show didn't put thought into this episode. And that's pretty much it. There's an end credit scene where like Shin gives Blue an engagement ring. Another very human tradition that carried over to this supposedly fantasy world. Okay, whatever. At this point, I'm just trying to get through the show already. Like, I don't know how many more episodes like this I can take. There's 3 episodes left, I think, and I'm hoping they're better. Okay, with any luck, things will actually start popping off. They'll stay in those cool tactical uniforms, and maybe they'll be enjoyable. I don't know. It's not like this episode wasn't enjoyable, but it's enjoyable for a very different reason than that it's an actually good product. And that's the word I'm sticking with. But you know what? It's as good as it needs to be. Look at me enjoying it. Like, this show is probably my favorite one to watch these days. I don't know. I'm a sucker for these sort of things, and I'm sure you know that by now. So thanks for watching, guys. Watch other videos if you'd like. See me for next episode if you'd also like to do that. I don't know why you would, because, you know, I don't really have much to talk about this episode. Whatever. Have a good day, guys. Be safe. Don't go getting engaged at 16. It's probably not for the best. And be safe.